Welcome to the Danger Show podcast that is sponsored by National Armory and Sierra Experts. It is 4th of July weekend. America is celebrating its 250th birthday. And if you ask, I don't know why there was echo there. Did you hear that echo? This podcast is haunted already. That's okay. That's all right. If you ask people around the Pittsburgh area, or if for over 20 years, I was on the radio here and we went to every parade. But if you ask people, are you hearing that?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. I'm going to take this off then. That's perfect. The most famous parade on the 4th of July around the Pittsburgh area, other than, like the downtown fireworks, would be Canonsburg. And I think guests on today's show would agree with me. I have Bethany Ludwin, who is the parade chairperson, and Hayden Evans, who is the parade co-chairperson. Had a little time to visit with them before we launched here. And this is the 63rd year of the Canonsburg 4th of July celebration. Congratulations on an unbelievable run.
Thank you.
And what exciting stuff do you have planned for this weekend?
Of course, there is the Whiskey Rebellion 5K race that starts our day off. And then once the race ends, we kick off with ringing the church bells and some announcements from the mayor and our chairperson on the reviewing stand, which is located in the Solandro Tribute Center parking lot. And then we kick off with approximately a 2.5-hour parade full of music and floats and celebrity guests and military units. And the parade begins at 10 p.m. on Pike Street and usually ends around 12:30. Following the parade, we have Town Park open for free swimming. There's kids activities there. And following the Town Park activities, we are opening the Canamac Stadium to view the fireworks. The concession stand will be open down there. Josie Sal will be performing the national anthem prior to our Calfo Kaboom at 9:45.
So I'm getting a big echo here. You're not hearing the echo at all?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know why I'm hearing that, but hopefully that's not going over to our audience. 4th of July parade starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. You mentioned live music from Josie Sal. And this is a 2-day celebration in Canonsburg. Chris Higbee performs on Sunday, 7 o'clock down at Canonsburg Town Park. So this is a big to-do. And it's such a big to-do that you guys, tell me about, you're chairperson and co-chairperson. There's a lot of people here locally that put this event together.
Yes, we have a few families that have been involved for over 50 years. Some of these families are now on to the third generation helping. My father was involved for over 50 years. So I helped him when I was a little kid. And I grew up with this parade and this tradition in my family. It's a tradition for my family. And I say all the time, I wouldn't be doing anything else on the 4th of July. I swear I bleed red, white, and blue. And now the third generation of our family is involved, as my nephew is my co-chair of the parade. And same with some of the other families and the founding members. They were on to second and third generations being involved. So it's like a big family of volunteers. We have lots of volunteers that come out tomorrow to help us. We have a parade meeting 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We probably have 40, 50 volunteers that come and donate their time and are dedicated to this organization so that we can kick off our celebration on Saturday.
That's amazing. And your parade is the one I always say, and I told you this when I was talking to you about a month ago when we saw Josie Sal at the City Winery. Your parade's the one that makes the news every year because people go out and put the chairs out in advance. How far in advance have people had chairs out to block their spot off for this parade this weekend?
So we So it's actually kind of crazy. The town of Canonsburg, because of the ridiculous amount of chairs on the street, the town of Canonsburg actually had to put an ordinance in place um, that prohibits chairs from being placed before 48 hours before the parade. So that is when the chairs are allowed to be out 48 hours before the parade starts. So that was 10 a.m. today. And we were in Canonsburg today. And of course, you know, the chairs were lining the streets, and I don't think there was any more spots left. So,
well, let's start with, that's amazing, by the way. That's amazing. They've already blocked off all the spots. So, you know what? Not to discourage people. So if there's someone watching this that wants to come out to the Canonsburg 4th of July parade, Saturday morning, 10 a.m., even though the chairs have blocked off all their spots, I guess you can still, there's still places to line up around town to see the parade, correct?
Absolutely.
yes.
There's tons of business parking lots. There's still spots like on the sidewalk you can put your chair. We have a reviewing stand area that people can, we have some areas there, but there are tons of parking lots and businesses people back their trucks into, set up their chairs, their tents. We encourage people to bring tons of water, sunscreen, tents, umbrellas, anything for shade to try to stay cool this year. But yeah, there are still plenty of spaces around town to come see the parade.
It's hot today. I'm outside on my deck here, and I think it's 95 degrees. It's going to be a little bit cooler this weekend, but when you run in a big parade like this, the Canonsburg 4th of July parade and celebration Saturday and Sunday this weekend, I'm assuming you've made some plans if it's really hot, if it doesn't rain any, and it's just pure sun and heat. Do you have any contingency plans or ways for people to cool off, I should say?
Yes. So we actually, Beth and I put out a letter a couple of days ago regarding the heat situation and unfortunately the rain situation. But we put out a letter that explains, some precautions that people should take. We're taking ourselves, obviously. We've told our committee, we've told all of our parade units. And, obviously we encourage everyone to drink plenty of water. Drink that Gatorade and
Lemonade.
all of that fun stuff that can help with hydration. Eat a good breakfast before you come to the parade. There's plenty of businesses in Canonsburg that could use that small town support. So that's obviously a great thing. Pack kids for everyone. And
we also have AHN is setting up 4 cooling stations throughout the parade route. So there are 4 cooling stations. If you become overheated as a spectator or a parade participant, you can go to one of the cooling stations that'll be set up. And they are going to be set up throughout the Pike Street. There's going to be one at the Dollar General. There's going to be one in the Rite Aid parking lot. There's going to be a cooling station at Bluff Street at the Sunoco parking lot at the Sunoco station. And then there's also going to be one at the AHN ambulance garage. So the cooling stations are staffed with EMS. So they are there to assist you, hydrate you, get you feeling better. They will have water, obviously, electrolyte beverages, cooling towels, anything. Like if you're not feeling well due to the heat, then we do have these cooling stations set up. We have brought in extra EMS from surrounding communities to help out the Canonsburg and the AHN EMS. So we do have extra paramedics. They'll be on bicycles. They'll be on side-by-sides. They'll be walking throughout town, just trying to keep everyone safe and healthy so we can have a great America 250.
So this is, like I said earlier, one of the biggest parades in the Pittsburgh region, I would say, if not the biggest for the 4th of July. And I don't know, you know what, obviously you're biased, but this might be the biggest one, right? Other than downtown. I don't think they even have a parade, right? They just have the fireworks downtown.
Right. We've always been told that Philly has a parade that's pretty large. So we've always told that we've come in second to Philly as the largest. I'm not sure how large Philly's parade still is. So we may be the biggest in PA. I hope. I don't know.
I think you are. It's a pretty legendary event. And with it being 63 years of the Canonsburg 4th of July parade, even though it's a long time, there's probably a lot. I don't know about a lot, but a handful of people that'll be there this weekend that have been to every one of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah, my father just turned 82. I would prefer he stay home in his air conditioning, but I know he wouldn't miss it. He was the chairman and involved in this parade for 50 years. So I know he's not going to miss,
Wow.
His daughter and grandson doing this parade. So, and I'm sure I think he wasn't at the first couple, but he's probably one of the people that we can say has been at probably at least 56 of these parades, like 50 some of these parades. Absolutely. Because he was involved for so long.
So with this being America's 250th anniversary, it's safe to say your father was there for the bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of America at Canonsburg.
Yes. He was a part of that, along with like the Turling family, the Zeminchek family. Like I said, there's a whole group of them. And then the former mayor, Tony Calazo, he was one of our founding fathers. His family is still involved in this organization. He has passed away. He has since passed away, but his family, his kids, his grandkids are still involved with helping us out, as he was one of our founding fathers back in the 60s when the parade first started.
So I'm looking at the banner here that you gave us, or the flyer about the event. I mean, obviously it says you have the parade's at 10, but there's also a Whiskey Rebellion 5K race and a walk Saturday morning at 7:30. Can people still show up for that, or is that already filled?
If you go on the Canamac Booster site, the cross-country boosters, all the information about the races on there.
Okay. And then the start of festivities starts with the ringing of church bells at 9 a.m. That's got to be a tradition.
Yes.
That's old school. Opening remarks, the mayor of Canonsburg will be there, 10 a.m., the parade. You mentioned that country singer Josie Sal will be in the parade performing on a float, and we love her. Huge supporters of Josie Sal here. But what other floats can we look for at the Canonsburg parade on Saturday?
So, of course, like you said, where you have Josie Sal in the parade, who is probably one of our biggest units this year. We have another local band. They're more so a rock band. They're called Never Say Die, and so they'll be playing some music in the parade as well. We have the traditional marching bands. So we'll have Cannon McMillan High School Marching Band. We'll have Chartiers Houston as well, local community. We will have the bagpipes. We will have the button box, all the traditional parade floats. And we'll also be expecting various organizations, churches, and community clubs and sports teams and all that fun stuff that will have floats. And of course, we will, also with the 250, we kind of wanted to commemorate like the history of our country. So we have some historical groups. We have the Daughters of the American Revolution. We have some people from the Whiskey Rebellion in Washington. We have reenactors and that sort of thing. So we will have a historical aspect to the parade. We'll have all of that fun stuff. And so it'll be a great celebration this year.
Is there any hot dog eating contest going on?
Yes.
Is there really?
Yes, there is.
Oh, my
yes.
God. Oh. What's the guy that wins it? That's Joey Chestnut. Is he going to be there?
No, he's not going to be there, but Grandpa Joe's is hosting a celebration on July 3rd. So Friday night, July 3rd, in the parking lot right next to Rusty Gold in Canonsburg. Grandpa Joe's is having music and food and all kind of things there to kick off the weekend. They are doing, I'm pretty sure it's a gummy hot dog eating contest, that you eat these gummy hot dogs. I don't know. I didn't sign up for it, but Grandpa Joe's is hosting like a July 4th celebration on the 3rd in the Rusty Gold parking lot, where they're doing all kind of festivities there. And like I said, they're going to have food and beverages and live entertainment. And there is going to be a hot dog eating contest in that parking lot Friday night.
Okay.
That is tomorrow at 6 p.m. I just checked.
Okay. Yes. So that's Friday night. So you have events Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're going to be busy this weekend.
Yes, absolutely.
So I looked up the things that around the United States of America, the things that people most like to do 4th of July weekend. Number one was fireworks, and you do have fireworks Saturday night.
Yes. We cannot thank Calfo Heating and Cooling enough. They have come as one of our platinum sponsors the last 2 years and sponsored our fireworks show. Our fireworks show goes off at 9:45 by Pyrotechnico. The actual shooter of the fireworks is a local Canonsburg guy, so he has connections. It's amazing. We will put on an over 20-minute fireworks show at 9:45. The fireworks get shot behind Canamac Stadium, but you can see them from anywhere in town.
And then obviously second was attend a community parade. And, we talked about that just a moment ago. This is the 4th of July parade. If you live anywhere in the Pittsburgh region, this is the one, I think. So you need to, if you've never been to the Canonsburg 4th of July celebration, do it this weekend. You can go to the parade Saturday at 10. You could go out to Canonsburg Stadium or Canamac Stadium on Saturday night, 7:30. And then Josie Sal's going to sing the national anthem. Then there's fireworks afterwards. And then Sunday, you got the park, Canonsburg Town Park with Chris Higbee performing. So there's a lot going on.
Yes, the pool will be open of course, the Canonsburg Town Park pool will be open all weekend. Saturday, it is free swim, so families, kids. But Sunday, the pool is open as well. And then Chris Higbee is playing in our Canonsburg Town Park on Sunday. So we're looking forward to that as well.
And then have a backyard barbecue made the list. And I think you guys, I've been to this celebration. There's a lot of food choices out there.
Yes. There's a lot of food choices in Canonsburg. So businesses will be open. Come support the local Canonsburg businesses. Businesses will be open. The businesses usually set up little tents in their parking lot selling, your hot dogs, your hamburgers, all your favorite 4th of July staples.
I'm a huge supporter of supporting your local businesses, man. If you're hungry any weekend, go to a mom and pop in your town. But like you said, don't eat at home. Come out to the 4th of July celebration and go to these businesses in Canonsburg and support them. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Yep. Right. And there'll be food at our town park. We're going to have food at the stadium. The concession stand's going to be open, selling hot dogs and nachos. And they're going to make like an old fashioned apple pie ice cream sundae down there as well. So the concession stand will be open so you can get a little snack before the fireworks get shot off.
What's your favorite restaurant in Canonsburg?
I personally like Bar Association. They have a great lobster roll.
Ooh. What about you, Hayden?
I'm not sure. I might have to go with Rusty Gold.
Okay.
Rusty Gold does have some great burgers, some great food at Rusty Gold, but I like Bar Association. They have some great options at Bar Association. It's right across from the Frank Saris Library. They have great food there.
What do you think it is about this parade in Canonsburg that has made it last 63 years? It sounds like your father, Bethany, was a huge part of that. But it's, that it's still doing it when not everybody's doing a 4th of July parade, but you guys have done it and people are still reserving their spots 2 days in advance. What do you think is so special about your community and this parade that's made it last so long and be such a big deal?
I think it's the family and the small town community of Canonsburg. Like there's people that have moved away years and years ago that fly home, drive home, bring their kids, generations of people still come back to small town Canonsburg because they know that they're going to get a great 4th of July celebration. There's going to be tons of family friendly activities. And I just think it's this small town Canonsburg feel that these families return home. We also do live stream the parade. We had families in California last year in the state of California watching the parade live. Our IT guy can tell like where they're watching from. So people that have moved out of state, I feel like they come back. There's something special we have here and they come back.
And I'm assuming this is the website where you would stream it, CanonsburgJuly4th.org.
Yes. If you go to that website, there will be a link to our YouTube channel, which is where the live stream is. So we will be live streaming the parade as well as the fireworks. So
so we're talking to Bethany and Hayden, who are both chairperson and co-chairperson for the Canonsburg 4th of July celebration, which is happening all this weekend. Parade is on Saturday, July 4th at 10 a.m. What are your favorite things about the Canonsburg 4th of July celebration? Since you grew up in it, I mean, one would know better than you.
I think my favorite thing is that I'm a part of this, and I'm carrying on my dad's and these other families that have been involved for so long. I'm continuing to carry on this legacy and this tradition for this town. And my favorite part is the actual volunteers that come out every year, and seeing the people on the street. Also at the very end of the parade, Hayden and I are like the last unit that go up. We go up behind the last unit, and it's very, very rewarding after a year or more's worth of work to go up the street on our golf cart and still see like 6 people deep on the sidewalks or on the streets or where the streets are closed. Still see 6 rows of people deep, and people cheering on like the local high school bands. And even in the heat, like to go up the street and see the crowd that is still there at 12:30 watching this parade come by, it's very, very rewarding, and it's just really special. I just wouldn't, and like I said, carrying on this family tradition, like that's probably my favorite part. And the tight knit community of Canonsburg and the group of volunteers we have, like I said, we're like a big family. We are a huge family. So
what about you, Hayden?
I would probably have to go with the same thing, but it's just that generational thing, being able to do something that my grandfather helped start and help put together back in the early days, and just being able to continue that in Canonsburg. And I myself am not a Canonsburg resident, but I consider Canonsburg kind of like my second hometown because just of how involved we are with the parade and the organization and such. So I think it's just that community and volunteer aspect, and so
it makes you feel good in the heart and soul to give back to a community that so appreciates what we do as a committee on the 4th of July. And like he said, he's not a Canonsburg resident. I've actually never lived in Canonsburg either. And my parents live in North Strabane, and I currently live in Bridgeville. So I am, neither one of us like live in the town, but we put this on for this town because of the tradition and the small town feel and the family traditions, and seeing the families come out. And the amount of people that come to Canonsburg for this parade is absolutely amazing. It just warms your heart and soul that the little bit of volunteering you do to put this on, like, I don't know, it's just really something special. It's something I can't even put into words.
So you actually led right into my next question. You mentioned neither one of you live in Canonsburg. I don't live in Canonsburg, and I've been to the Canonsburg 4th of July celebration many times. So here's my question. At this parade, over the years of being there, what neighboring communities or how far away have you met people that they said, hey, we come here from, I'm assuming all around, name some towns where you're like, these people are always here.
Like I said, last year on the live stream, we had people in Hawaii and California and Alaska.
Not on the live stream. I'm talking about actually coming to the parade. Like I would assume.
I've talked to people that have come back to Canonsburg that have moved to Texas and Hawaii and California. And yes, and there's a family that brings the entire family from Texas to come home to Canonsburg for the parade, and lots of people from Florida. And
I thought you were going to say like Washington, PA or Findlayville.
No, it's out of state.
Burgettstown.
People come from out of state. Flights are booked. Car trips are planned. People come from out of state to come home to their hometown of Canonsburg for the 4th of July celebration.
Okay. Well, that's not what I expected to hear. I thought you were going to say we have the Carnegie crazies in the crowd or something. And you were like, Texas, Florida, Hawaii. I'm like, okay, yes. We can't be. That's pretty far away.
We have talked to people that have come far, and because this is their hometown, or they still have family that live in the hometown, and they come home for the parade.
I love it. I'm going to put this banner up one more time. Actually, you mentioned that Friday night you have an event. Where's the event Friday night again? 6 o'clock?
It's in the Rusty Gold parking lot, it's like the main parking lot right on Pike Street, right next to Rusty Gold. Grandpa Joe's is sponsoring that event with the hot dog eating contest, live music, food, beverages. They're having a little Friday night, July 3rd pre-parade party, you could call it, down there.
And then Saturday, July 4th, all-day festivities starting with a 5K run at 7:30, parade at 10, and then fireworks at 9:30, 9:40?
9:45, yeah.
9:45.
9:45.
So it's a long celebration of America's 250th birthday. But if you want to keep partying on Sunday the 5th, you guys head over to Canonsburg Town Park, and it looks like from noon till 6. What's going on from noon till 6 at the park again?
They're having like a pool party. The pool's open all day,
Okay.
and then Chris Higby is playing at 7 p.m., I believe. 6:30 or
Well,
7.
yeah. So the town park that is on the flyer is actually the day of the parade. On the
okay.
4th of July. The Chris Higby stuff is on Sunday.
The next day.
But also at Town Park, we will have all the stuff listed: swimming, face painting, rock climbing, all that fun stuff for the kids. And so
that's how you know you got a lot going on when you can't fit it all on the flyer.
Yeah.
Right. And then, of course, our flyer is full because we couldn't do anything for this celebration without our sponsors, without our small business sponsors, our large business sponsors, our platinum. We've had platinum and gold sponsors this year. And then when you actually open up our flyer, we have all of our sponsors in there that they get a banner in the parade. They can put a unit in the parade. And we can't thank our sponsors enough because we couldn't do any of what we do without those corporate sponsors, especially like our platinum and our gold sponsors this year. We have to a huge shout out to Calfo, to WVU, to Slovenian Savings and Loan, and of course the Calazo family, who have been involved with this for probably 60 years. The Calazo family from Canonsburg coming in as a gold sponsor this year. We just can't thank our sponsors enough. Like the fact that they want to generously give to sponsor this event, we couldn't do it. And we've been doing those sponsorships this entire time. Because like I said, we are a small nonprofit organization. So without these businesses and these sponsors, Canonsburg wouldn't have this celebration. So our hearts go out to all of our sponsors. We thank them so much.
Well, I hope it continues forever. It's a beautiful thing. It's what when I'm not from Pennsylvania originally. I moved here after college to do the radio show on Froggy, and I did that for 24 years. And now I'm just launching this podcast. But when I moved to Western PA, I was just amazed by all the little small towns and the culture and the charm of every little dot on the map. And Canonsburg is a special place, and this parade is one of the things that makes it special.
Thank you. And Canonsburg has been changing a lot of businesses, putting a lot of new businesses in town, and a lot of new stores. So it's a great there's a midtown market where they have duck pin bowling and old fashioned soda fountain. So they've been really working on the town, and it is gorgeous if you drive through town, and the work they've done and the businesses that have come in. So we would love everyone to come hang out in Canonsburg and get to experience everything they have to offer.
There you go. Go to the Canonsburg 4th of July parade, Saturday, 10 a.m. Country singer Josie Sal, who's actually from Peters Township. I bet you have a lot of folks from Peters Township come over to the Canonsburg 4th of July parade.
Yes, we are so excited. I can't wait to have her.
I mean, she's 14 now, right? 14? And amazing talent. She has all original songs, and she's got great stage presence. That girl's going somewhere.
Yes, she is. I'm excited to see how far she goes. Yes, she's amazing.
This is one of those shows you can be like, hey, I saw Josie Sal at the 4th of July parade in Canonsburg. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of talented people come from Pennsylvania, but she's definitely one of them, and that'll be a nice show for you. And on a float, too. You don't get to you probably don't do too many shows in your career on a float.
On a float through a parade in the heat. So, right.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast, and enjoy the weekend. Happy birthday, America.
Right. Happy birthday, America. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. There you go. Hayden and Bethany, Canonsburg 4th of July parade and celebration is this weekend.